And they are the ones that are kind of this. The transaction fee will be a percent of the GDP. We can measure the gross domestic product of the chain itself. So we go on percentage of the GDP. And that will be a percent of the GDP. And they're the ones that will figure out, okay, how much do we burn? What do we do with the transaction fee and such? So the validator sale, this is what we have going on right now. So during private testnet or public testnet, we're going to have 1,000 nodes. And those 1,000 nodes will be minting 8.1 billion total. We are now in discussions with numerous enterprises. We've actually got 4 electronic vehicle manufacturers that are looking for us to put our chain, use our chain for their supply chain for the next production runs. That's why we need token. We need enough token for a supply chain to be able to settle all debt. And just remember, in our world, a transaction is not just moving money from one account to another, but moving the wiper blades from one account to another is also a transaction. So there's a lot more opportunity for transactions for miners and validators in this network. We're looking, our goal is to make it so that you can have 100 megabit per second connection. We don't want you to have gig or terabit connections. You will be able to do with CPU, although GPU and ASICs will of course win more. It is a SHA-256 algorithm that we're using, so it should work. It'll work on any of the Bitcoin ASICs machines that are out there. Right now, we actually just got back from Vietnam. We met with about 30 funds over there. One of them just came in, so that number is now. There's 680 nodes available because they just came in for a $3 million allocation in this. And we've got a few other funds that are also committing already. 100,000 minimum, 3 million maximum. The idea of this is to get the coin and distribute it to as many people in the world as possible. Again, we're here for all 8 billion people. We're not just here for speculators and such like that. We really want this to try to be a global currency. So mainnet, the projected performance, and this is kind of where the efficiency comes in. So if you look at it this way, and I don't know where my timer stopped, so if, I've got 9 minutes left still. That's good. We are producing blocks in parallel, and then we're taking the hash power from each shard and hash breaking it with all of the other shards that are out there. We're looking at 15-second POW on each block. So again, POS, consensus BFT, produce the block. POW secures the block. The validators again sign to validate, yes, this block is secure, and then the leader spreads that around. So if you look at 15-second blocks on 1,000 shards, that's 4,000 blocks per minute. That's 40,000 blocks per 10 minutes or per single Bitcoin block. So although we're using the same amount of power or maybe a little more, because 10 minutes of compute is 10 minutes of compute, we're producing 40,000 blocks. So the efficiency, energy efficiency per block is 40,000x better than a Bitcoin block. Ultimately, the goal is to reach minimum 1,000 shards with 128,000 nodes, or if Dave decides 256, then 500 shards with 256,000, or with 256 nodes. That will get us to a level that will be able to handle all global transactions. If there's more, there's more. Again, added resources adds throughput. As we need to pull up another shard because we have more transactions coming in, then we just go ahead and assign another pool. There's the 128 or 256 node operators sitting in that pool. We'll go ahead and turn up another shard. And it can be done dynamically, taken up and taken down dynamically, depending on the velocity of transaction that's happening at the network at any given moment. And that's my pitch. We would love for everybody to join in, come and talk to us. We do need everybody now. We've been doing this in development for 4 years. We've got 2 patents granted on this. One is for the operating system. The other is for that distributed POW. And that is to guarantee the longest chain in case of network partitions, and there's a fork. How do you know which chain is the proper chain when that partition comes back up? That's what our DPOW is. They're all being granted. They were just assigned to the foundation, and they're all being granted to the world. So we are fully open source. We're an open, trustless, permissionless, decentralized chain. And I thank you.